So the Mortal Kombat franchise is one filled with gore, killing, deaths, fatalities, and a lot of bloodshed. Second Mortal Kombat movie being about a week away from release, I was thinking it would be a cool idea to talk about or give my predictions on who I think will be making it out of the movie and who I think will be killed off at the end of it. Number one on the list of characters we're going to be talking about is
Johnny Cage.
Yes, we're going to be talking about Johnny Cage. He's a new addition to the movie, replacing Cole Young. And I thank God that they heard us out, we the Mortal Kombat fans, and took him, sort of replaced him with Johnny Cage, because he was an unnecessary addition. He was definitely an unnecessary addition. Now, talking about the survival of Johnny Cage, come on. Some things you don't even have to talk about it. Johnny Cage was literally added in the sequel. Do you think they are going to kill off the main character? Some movies do it, but come on, Mortal Kombat, they are not doing that. Johnny Cage is such a huge name, and there's no possible way they are killing Johnny Cage, and he's surviving. So, Johnny Cage is making it out of the movie.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
The second character we're going to be talking about is
Liu Kang.
Now, this one I think it might be a bit controversial, because Liu Kang is essentially one of the three main characters that hold the face of Mortal Kombat, or are the face of Mortal Kombat. And for me to give this prediction, yeah, I know people might disagree, but I think Liu Kang is not making it out of the movie. I think Liu Kang is dying. And here is my reasoning behind it. From the test screenings, there was one particular review or comment where someone said it was a lot like Deadly Alliance. And if you've played the games, if you know what happens at the end of Deadly Alliance, Liu Kang dies. He dies. That is that simple. He dies. Before the movie was released, it was said that the first movie is going to be before the tournament, the second movie will be about the tournament, and the third movie will be after the tournament. So people might disagree with what I'm saying, that the tournament Liu Kang survives and all that, but the fact that it is on par or similar to Deadly Alliance, I think he's not going to make it out of the movie. I think he's going to die. The next character we're going to be talking about is
Raiden.
My thought process before talking about this is either one of these two characters are going to make it. Either Liu Kang makes it out or Raiden makes it out. And with Liu Kang not making it out of the movie, I think Raiden is going to survive. Speaking based on feelings, like how I feel the movie is going to go, it is more likely Raiden is going to die. But putting my feelings and heart aside, what I genuinely think is that Liu Kang is going to die and Raiden is making it out of the movie.
Mercy.
The next character we're predicting is death or survival is
Shang Tsung.
Now, Shang Tsung is a very sneaky character. He doesn't die easily. Like, that is my main issue with Shang Tsung. He doesn't die easily. And that same thing, I think, is going to be applied in the movie. He's not going to die. He is. He's more or less Shao Kahn's right-hand man, with Shang Tsung moving certain little pieces behind Shao Kahn's back. I think the timeline of the movie is going to be that Shao Kahn will be defeated in this movie, and Shang Tsung will take over to be the villain of the next movie. He was the villain of the first movie, and I think he's going to be the villain of the last movie again. It just gives us a whole sort of full circle kind of thing, and I think that is the reason why he's going to survive to be the villain of the third movie.
Mercy.
With Shang Tsung out of the way, we're going to be talking about the survival of
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn is basically the person our heroes are aiming to defeat at the end of this movie, or throughout the movie, more or less. And with how I see Mortal Kombat going from the games I've played, Shao Kahn is not dying. My reasoning behind it is he's more likely going to be defeated, of course, but he will not be killed. He'll be kept prisoner, or just, it's a tournament, right? So he'll just be defeated and Earthrealm will have their peace for a while. I don't think Shao Kahn is going to be killed or is going to be oft in the movie, but he is going to be defeated. So, yeah, Shao Kahn making it out of the movie.
Mercy.
The next character is
Quan Chi.
Quan Chi, just like Shang Tsung, is very sneaky. The only time I've seen Quan Chi being killed is in MKX, and that was because he manipulated Scorpion and all that. I don't think they'll be able to flesh out the story and cover all that and get to that point for him to be killed in this movie. Because Scorpion, of course, is still alive. He's still in the Netherrealm. We saw him in some of the trailers. I don't think it's going to be revealed now that Quan Chi was the one who sort of manipulated him into thinking Bi-Han was the one who killed his family. But I think in the movie, actually, it was Bi-Han. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me in the comments. But I think in the movie, it was Bi-Han who killed his family. But speaking based on the games, with certainty, I don't think they're going to reveal that Quan Chi was the one who killed Scorpion's family. And as a result of that, he is also surviving. I hate the fact that a lot of the evil guys are surviving, but it's a movie. What are you going to do about it?
Mercy.
So we've spoken about Shao Kahn, Shang Tsung, Johnny Cage, Liu Kang, and Raiden. We've done 5. I think there are about 16 characters in total. So we have 11 more to go. And our next character is
Sindel.
the wife of Shao Kahn and Jared the King, but the wife of Shao Kahn. Sindel is a very complex character for me to decide if she's going to make it out of the movie or she's going to be killed. This is why I think that, or this is my processing of why I'm finding it difficult to determine if she'll be killed off or she'll be surviving at the end of the movie. Firstly, she's introduced in the movie, and this is like the second or third time I'm saying this, but I don't think it makes sense for you to introduce a character in this movie and kill them off in the same movie. Then what was your purpose in the movie? Like, you didn't really do much. And there are 16 characters, as we've said, 16. And to just introduce a character and kill them off, I think it's because you don't really have much to do for the character. But we've seen that I think she will be killed off. Now hear me out.
Let him cook! Let him cook now! Let him cook!
I love Cinder. Honestly, she's one of my favorite characters from the games. But how I think the story is going to go, Shang Tsung becoming the villain in the 3rd movie, and Shao Kahn being defeated and, let's say, imprisoned, I think she's going to be killed off. I don't know if he's going to kill her, but I know she'll be killed off. And she's going to probably return as a revenant in the next movie. Because we've already seen Kung Lao coming back as a revenant in this movie. I think it is going to move along that line. And I think the final movie is going to contain more revenants, Sindel being one of them. From the games, I know I'm referencing the games a lot. It's an adaptation from the games. Let me be. From the games, Sindel did become a revenant. And that was under the ruling of Shang Tsung, with Quan Chi being his right-hand man, more or less. This is part of the reason why I'm saying Shang Tsung is going to make it out, as well as Quan Chi. And Quan Chi is the one who has making these revenants. So I think with the two of them being alive at the end of the movie, they're probably going to make more revenants to attack Earthrealm, and thus Sindel becomes one of the revenants.
Finish him!
The next character is Jared. What else am I supposed to say? He's going to die. Like, it is part of the story. It has been part of the story. I think it was in the trailers even. He's going to die. He was the initial ruler of Netherrealm before he was killed by Shao Kahn. And Sindel forced now to marry him since he is the ruler. So yes, Jared is making it out. I just think we should get that out of there. The next character we're going to be talking about is Ko Young.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I flipping hate Ko Young so much. Like, what was his essence? Like, what was the essence of adding a new unnecessary character into the Mortal Kombat franchise? He's not in the games. He has never been in the games. We do not want him in the games. His powers are useless. He calls himself one of the grandsons or whatever of Scorpion. He's useless. He did nothing, barely anything in the first movie. And I agree so much with the Ko Young hits. I do not have any reasoning behind this. I have just bias, pure bias. And I think he should be killed off. I don't care about how the story goes. I just want him to be killed off. So Ko Young, dead, killed, gone, left in the mud. Thank you. Next character.
Scorpion.
Scorpion. Now, I don't think there's any way Scorpion is going to die again. He's literally died already and is now a specter of Quan Chi's making. I don't know how you're going to kill him again. And even if you kill him, he's probably just going to come back in a different form. I don't think he's going to be a revenant. He cannot be a revenant. He's a specter. Scorpion is making it out. Next character.
Bihan.
Now we're going to be talking about my favorite character in the entire Mortal Kombat franchise. The sole rival of Scorpion. Bihan. Oh yes. I do not like Bihan as Sub-Zero. I love Bihan as Noob Saibot. This is one of the main reasons I'm so excited for the Mortal Kombat 2 movie. Noob Saibot. So if you don't know who Noob Saibot is, he's essentially Bihan or Sub-Zero who was killed and brought back to life by Quan Chi. See, Quan Chi is playing a lot of roles in little bits. He's going to make it to the next movie. Trust me. So he's essentially Bihan who was killed and revived by Quan Chi in a different form called Noob Saibot. He controls the Brotherhood of Shadows or whatever he calls himself. Bihan is making it out of the movie. You might think I'm being biased, and probably, but Bihan is making it out of the movie. Why? He's already died. He is now a form which he cannot die, more or less. And it doesn't make sense to bring a fan favorite character and kill him off. Again, think about it.
Think, Mark, think!
It does not make any sense. I know I don't really have a lot of story-driven reasoning or backing to support him making it into the next movie. But one thing I can say is, if Quan Chi is making it into the next movie, he's definitely going into the next movie with Noob Saibot. Now let's talk more about the Edenians, starting with
Kitana.
she's not dying. Let me just put it out there. If you don't have much knowledge about the games, this is a spoiler. I doubt it's movie, but it's a spoiler. She's going to betray Shao Kahn. It is very valid because he literally killed her dad. And with Shao Kahn being defeated at the end of this movie, in my prediction, it is likely she's also going to survive. I don't see her becoming a revenant. I think she wasn't really a revenant in the games, maybe one of them, but per my reasoning or per my analogy, I don't think she's going to die at the end of the movie. She's going to help fight and defeat Shao Kahn, of course. I think there was some parts of the trailers that showed that. However, she is going to survive. She might be beaten and bruised, but she's not going to be killed. So she's making it into the next movie.
Jade.
This is Kitana's best friend. And she has a new look in the movie, actually. And it was very controversial. I think they made her bald-headed now. Personally, I like it. I love it. And I'm hyped to see her in the next movie. For Jade making it out of the movie, I think it is very, very, very likely. Very likely in the sense that she's Kitana's best friend. In as much as she's of the opposite team trying to fight against the Earthrealmers and Kitana alongside, Kitana is probably going to have mercy on her because it's her best friend. She might be baffled as to why she isn't trying to join her, trying to see the light that Shao Kahn and his troops or his people are evil and trying to destroy everything. But she's going to have mercy on Jade. And for that reason, I think she's going to survive.
Sonya.
What do I have to say about Sonya Blade or Sonya? Honestly, she's a very boring character for me.
You serious?
Like, I've thought and thought and thought and thought, trying to see how she could be made in a more interesting way to be put into the next movie for it to be a bit fun. But I'm still not getting anything. I still haven't gotten anything. And for that reason, I think she should die, but not return as a revenant. It wouldn't make sense for the other characters to die and return as a revenant, but she not to return. Per my preference, per what I think, she should die. She's that boring to me. She should die and not return. If she does return, fine, that's alright. But I prefer she not come back into the next movie because maybe if there's a Mortal Kombat 4 or Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance or something like that, they can bring her back, or maybe Mortal Kombat Armageddon, they can bring her back to fight alongside the rest of them.
Finish him!
When we talk about Sonya, we know we have to talk about
Kano.
Yes, Kano is returning in this movie, though he was killed in the first one, so he's likely to be a revenant or some form of that, probably by Quan Chi. Quan Chi again. Quan Chi is going to make it in the next movie, but Kano is back in this movie as an undead version of himself. And per my understanding of how the story is going to go, I think Kano should make it out of the movie. Our next to last character on the list is
Jax.
Jax. Also isn't as interesting as the other characters to me. But compared to Sonya Blade, I think he's better. He's a bit more interesting. He has cooler powers, of course. Those fists. Story-wise, I think he should die. And if he is going to die, I think I'm going to go back on my words and say Sonya should survive. If Sonya survives and Jax dies, he gets someone to mourn him. I think Sonya could have more of an emotional development to see Jax die and her have to mourn him. With Jax dying, he can return as a revenant because we have seen that in the games and it would make sense and align with what we see in the games as well.
Baraka.
Speaking of Baraka, if he dies, he's not coming back. I don't think Baraka can come back as a revenant. It would look weird and be sort of off-putting to me, honestly. I don't think Baraka should come back. Perhaps he would. He's not as strong as the other characters. But it would make sense for him to die because he isn't as strong. But I would prefer he doesn't die. So I'm going to be biased here and say Baraka doesn't die. And as much as I think he probably would, I do not want him to die. So I say he doesn't die.
Mercy.
Finally, the last character on our list, Reiko. You might not know him. He's one of Shao Kahn's guards. I think the top guard amongst the rest. And I think he's going to survive.
What?
I think he survives because he's going to be a surprise character who defeats one of the heroes of Earthrealm, and everybody is going to be shocked.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
I think I've just mentioned the one character who was killed amongst the heroes, but perhaps I'm wrong and someone else dies along the way. And I think Reiko is the one going to kill that character.
Mercy.
One eternity later.
These are my predictions. The characters I think are going to survive and those who I think are going to be killed off at the end of Mortal Kombat 2. The movie is releasing in about a week now, I think 8th May. I'm going to be watching it and I'm going to give my review. But before that, hit the like button if you liked or enjoyed the video. Leave a comment on who you think is going to make it, who you think I was wrong about my prediction, and who you think will be surviving. See you in the next video. Love y'all.